Oh, hey, my little fermented sunflower seeds. Welcome to another episode of Whatcha Packin. Today it's San Francisco's own Princess Poppy. Hello, my darling.
Hi, gorgeous.
So, were you raised in San Francisco?
I was not. I was raised in North Carolina.
What part?
Charlotte.
How nice.
A lot of people are like, oh, you're from North Carolina? People there are either super conservative or they're very liberal. Like my parents are very liberal and the majority of my family is very liberal, so I wasn't raised in like the like that kind of South. Thank God.
Are they still there in North Carolina?
Yes, they are. My whole family's pretty much in North Carolina.
And how do they feel about Princess Poppy?
They love it.
Do they?
Yes, it's really nice.
Oh my goodness, you know, most of the queens this season have had wonderful stories of supportive families. So usually, you know, it's the one-off. But I feel like maybe, especially with what we just came out of in the administration, maybe the tides have turned a little bit where parents are understanding their children more. I'm hoping. What brought you to San Francisco?
My fiance.
How did you meet?
Grinder. Am I allowed to say that?
You are.
Okay, yes, it was a Grinder because he lived really close to where I used to work and he would always hit me up and I was like, please leave me alone.
Really?
Yes, he was very relentless.
Booty call?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like I was like, I don't want to have a booty call, and he was like, yeah, kind of me either. Wink, wink.
Right.
And then we started watching movies together. We would smoke a little weed, we'd eat some food, and we would just kind of hang out.
Bonding.
Yeah, exactly. And he got a job. He works in tech, and so he got a job in San Francisco. And he moved before me, and so I kind of had a little time to think about it. And I love New York because that's where I lived at the time. But I hate winter. I cannot stand the cold. I hate it. And I had winter my whole life, and I was like, I would love to experience a state where it's perpetually like summer and spring.
Well, San Francisco gets cold.
It does, but it's not like freezing. Like there's no snow. Like the coldest you'll get is like 40 degrees.
It's not a New York winter.
No, not at all.
Right.
Like the day that I left New York, it was 4 degrees. And I did a gig in San Diego recently, and I was like, why do I not live here?
Yes.
Like the people were like, yeah, we go grab seafood, and then we go to the beach, and then we go out to the clubs. I'm like, why am I not living here? I don't understand.
And when did drag come into play in Princess Poppy's life?
About 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In New York?
I did it like right before I moved to New York. My parents came to my first show when I was like 19. I know.
In North Carolina?
Yeah. At this place called Chasers. The floor was
Chasers!
Yes, the floor was very sticky. My parents
course.
could not stop talking about that. I moved to New York to do theater school. I did acting school. And then I decided that I wanted to do drag while I was there because season 8 was airing, and like it was Bob, Thorgy, Acid, and they were all kind of around there. And I was like, I want to do this. Like, how do I get in? I wasn't, legally allowed to be in the clubs at the time.
So you were underage?
I was, very much so.
Meaning not 21.
Exactly, and they would sneak me into clubs and I would perform. And then,
That's like a true New Yorker.
Oh, it is.
Tell me about how you describe Princess Poppy. When you started doing drag, what was your vision?
I really love overly feminine visuals, but my performance style is more comedic and a little bit more raunchy, I would say. Like, being in New York, everybody does comedy for the most part.
Right.
They do mixes, and that's actually kind of how I got my foot in the door, is I would be making mixes for all the girls.
Like actually making the music? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Who did you work with that was on the show that you remember?
I worked with Jan, Rosé, Britta. She's not on the US season, but I worked a lot with Lemon from the...
Canada.
Yeah, she's one of my best friends. I
And
absolutely love her.
I mean, she is not only gorgeous, but like the best spirit.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Did you keep acting, or do you want to keep acting?
I really want to work in movies and TV.
Acting?
No, not acting. I want to be behind the set.
Do you?
Yes.
Doing
so
what?
like all of your jobs,
Yeah.
I want them.
So like camera work, lighting, all of it?
Writing, costume, anything that I could do, I would love it. I've always had a passion for that, and I kind of felt like that was where I was going in my life, and I was like, I don't want to give up drag just now because I love drag. But I think later in life, that's what my future's gonna be.
You absolutely have that opportunity. The world is your oyster.
That's why I'm so glad that I got to do the show, because I got to see everything happen in real time. It was so fascinating. I
It
feel
must
like
have been for you.
Yeah, I learned so much. I mean, just in a short time, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Good. How many times did you audition for RuPaul's Drag Race?
3 times.
And third time, lucky, you get the call, and they say, Princess Poppy, you are in.
I would my pants. I really honestly did not think I was gonna get the call.
Really?
No.
Why?
Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was
Like your time?
No. I didn't really feel like it was in the cards for me. I just kind of like sent it in. I was like, you know what? Let me do it one last time just to put it in there, just make sure I have no regrets. And when I got the call, me and my fiance were shocked, like really shocked. But I mean, it was an amazing surprise. And then hit the ground running, calling designers, calling everybody that I knew to help me out.
So let's talk about the challenge that sent you home, the Afterlife infomercial.
Yes.
What was that like for you? Not going home, but doing it.
I really enjoyed doing it. I loved working with you. I'm glad that I had you as a director.
Thank you.
And I love my team. I love all of those girls, Lucy, Aura. I don't remember which twin it was, but one of them. Love those girls.
Yes.
I had a blast, and I really liked the theming of a gay heaven. I just thought that was.
I love the idea of it.
Me too.
I definitely think we'll go there.
If there is a heaven, I would love to go there.
Right.
I'd hope it looked like Palm Springs.
Thank you.
Right?
I can only imagine, like when I go to Palm, do you go to Palm Springs?
Oh, of course.
I mean, it really is like when you cross that line, it is like,
It's gay heaven.
Yes, I'm here. Let's talk about these looks you brought.
Yes, please.
So this pink number with your little microphone, inspired by?
It is inspired by Beyonce, who I absolutely love. She's a queen. If you see the little microphone,
Yes.
it is engraved, and on the top it says, "You are Beyonce," and at the bottom it says, "Thank you," from her interview. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
When someone interviews him, they're like, "You're Beyonce." She goes, "Thank you."
you.
I
Yes.
just found that to be hilarious,
Right.
so I had to include that.
There's a lot of memes of that one.
There are a lot of
Yes.
memes of that one.
And this beautiful gown in the middle, what inspired this one?
I really love the idea of like sunsets, and there was this Galliano Dior from the early 2000s, and I sort of like mixed it with this Andre Day, you know that singer?
Do I know Angela?
She's gorgeous,
Yeah.
but she had this beautiful, beautiful orange look, and I kind of like mixed them all together, and I had this illustrator who does pretty much the majority of my looks, and I sent them my ideas, and they came up with this incredible.
It is really beautiful. The sunset coloring's gorgeous. Andrew
you.
Day can do no wrong and
No.
has the best hair in the game. Just gonna say that.
I agree with that.
Because we have the same hairdresser. This one, very Gaga-esque.
Oh, very.
You a Gaga stan?
Huge Gaga stan.
Me too.
I just saw the Chromatica ball.
And
Oh my God.
I have been missing it in every
What?
location. I know. I missed it in London. I missed it in New York. I missed it in LA.
You missed out.
Okay, so tell me about the look.
So it is very Gaga, and I wanted it to be sort of like, you know how pop punk is coming back? Like Avril Lavigne and Paramore were really big back when I was more in middle school. The hair was very like spiky, and it was kind of like pop punk meets Edward Scissorhands.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that your time on RuPaul's Drag Race was unfortunately too short for me. And the crappy thing is you missed the Snatch Game by one episode.
I did.
Who would you have played?
Joan Rivers. All the way.
Really?
Yes.
Can you do Joan?
I love Joan Rivers. She's such a bitch. Yeah, I love Joan Rivers. It was either her or Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh, let's hear some Tammy Faye.
It's not good. It was a backup. It was definitely a backup.
I enjoyed you. I thought you were adorable. I thought you were very kind and sweet.
Thank you.
We needed a little more of a
I know.
from Princess Poppy, but it's okay. The world gets to see you now. The world gets to have you now. You're going to be booked and blessed. And that's really what this is about, a great platform for talented artists like yourself. I can't wait to see you in San Diego maybe
Yes,
one day,
I
or
hope
Los
so.
Angeles. In the meantime, you're doing San Francisco proud, so thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you out there on the road, yeah?
Thank you so much. You too.
Thanks, Princess Poppy.
Bye.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Whatcha Packin. I'll see you next time.
I'm so into daddies. So
Are you?
Yeah, oh,
Is your
yes.
fiance a daddy?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
He just turned 41.
Oh my God, how
I
old are
know.
you?
I am 26.
Naughty. Oh, hey everybody, it's Michelle Visage. Do you want Emmy-nominated gay? Well, then subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race on YouTube.